Good morning, friends, and welcome to another Facebook Live devotional. I'm Pastor Ashley, and I'm so pleased that you are here with me this morning. Just want to wish you all a happy Holy Week. We are in that beautiful week where we commemorate the sacrifice that Jesus made for us on the cross and his resurrection, his death and his resurrection, and the events leading up to that. And it is such a powerful week, and I know that it is. Well, for me, I grew up in church, so this is a different Holy Week than I've ever experienced before, but God is teaching me things about his presence, about his power, and about how the traditions that we create are important, but that God is there even when we're not able to celebrate them like we usually would. And so we actually have a lot planned here at Fort Alliance to commemorate Holy Week, and I want to highlight a few of those things right now. So this Wednesday at 7 o'clock, we are gathering, well, not physically gathering, but we are gathering in spirit as a church. And so the idea is that each family would drive to the outskirts of town, just pick a place wherever feels right to you, drive to the outskirts of town, and we are going to effectively surround our city and pray. And we're going to start at 7 o'clock and just pray until you feel like you're prayed up and like you have prayed what God has put on your heart. But this is such a special opportunity to intercede for our city, to show them that we love them, that we care, and to just pray and ask God to break through the darkness, to heal our land, and to draw many to him, to salvation and to the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. So that's this Wednesday. We're doing it again next Wednesday. Like I said, at 7 o'clock, drive wherever you feel you want to go outside the city, and we're just going to lift our voices up collectively to God on behalf of our city. So we're really excited about that. As far as devotionals go, we have ours today and then Wednesday and Thursday, but we're not going to be having a devotional on Friday because Friday is Good Friday, and we are so excited about that. So Pastor Ken is teaming up with Pastor Ryan from the Bridge Church and Pastor Gary from the Life Church, and they are going to be doing a service together for us. And so we are so excited to be partnering with some of our fellow churches here in Fort Saskatchewan, and to be celebrating in a new and unique way, and just to see what God is going to do through that. So that's going to be at 10 a.m. On Friday. Make sure that you have the elements ready to take communion with. So some bread and some juice. Even if you don't have grape juice, orange juice is fine. A cracker is fine. Whatever you have on hand will work. And get those elements prepared because we're going to be taking communion together on Friday. And then on Sunday at 9:15, we are going to be having our Easter Sunday service. And once again, I'm excited about this as well. Pastor Ken has been hard at work to make this service special, to create that sense of community still. And so I'm excited for what God has planned for us for Sunday. And so that's going to be 9:15 on Facebook Live, and then you'll be able to view it again on YouTube. And Good Friday is going to be on Facebook Live as well, and then on YouTube after that. And so make plans to join us for those, even though we can't be together physically for Easter, and our hearts are grieving that for sure. We can still honor what Jesus did. We can still commemorate this Holy Week and raise our praise to the King who came and who became flesh, who dwelt among us, who died for us, and then who rose again to conquer sin and death and hell. And so we are so excited to be doing that together. So make sure you keep an eye on our website, the online gatherings page for that. All of the information will be on our website as well as on our social media. So today I want to take us to 1 Corinthians 10:31. So I don't want to speak for you, but I know for me, life has felt a lot smaller in these past weeks. So Josh and I are going on to week 4 of working from home and of social isolation. So that's been 4 weeks not seeing friends, not seeing family in person. And the scope of my work has been reduced a bit, and it is easy to feel like life is feeling a bit small. And from what I hear from a lot of you, you are experiencing the same thing. So I want to take us to 1 Corinthians 10, verse 31 this morning. We're going to read that. And so Paul is saying here, so whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God. And so I know a lot of us have been laid off from jobs that gave us a lot of purpose, that gave us a sense of identity. We have been moved into different roles potentially, even if you haven't been laid off. Maybe you're working from home and that looks really different. The things that we used to do, volunteering that we were able to do before, just interacting in society, giving back, a lot of those things have been put on pause right now. And so the identity that we found in that sense of purpose, like we were doing something good for the kingdom, like we were serving God, can feel like it's gone. And we can really, I think, be struggling with a sense of purpose right now, a sense of meaning, a sense of fulfillment. Do my days even matter? As I go day to day, and I cook meals and I clean them up, and I cook meals and I clean them up, or, whatever it is looking like, wrangling little kids, just trying to keep everyone from feeling like they're losing it. It can be easy to feel like hope is gone and like things are meaningless. But this verse that we just read is instructing us, whatever we do, something as simple as eating or drinking, that we are to do it to the glory of God. And I want you to remember that your service still matters to God. Even if that service looks like staying at home and keeping your children alive, if it looks like doing your part by not going outside, and by doing that, you are cutting yourself off from things that you usually do that are quite meaningful. However you are living your life right now in service to God, that still matters. So the small things, making dinner for your family, you can do that to bring glory to God. Taking out the trash, you can do that to bring glory to God. Schooling your kids, I know that started for a lot of you. You can do that to bring glory to God. And I want to talk about Joseph quickly from the book of Genesis. He had a lot of thankless work that he was doing. So when he'd been thrown into prison, he'd been falsely accused and thrown into prison, and his service there in those and I'm sure they were grunt tasks, right? I'm sure that they weren't pleasant. In a prison, an old ancient prison, I'm sure that there was a lot of dealing with bodily excrement, that there was a lot of just unpleasant work, but he just did it so faithfully. And I'm sure it would have been tempting for him to feel like, well, how does my life matter? I am cleaning up, excrement from, criminals. Like, how does this even matter? But God used his faithfulness, and in the end, he was able to deliver a land from famine, because he was faithful. And now you might hear this and say, yeah, Ashley, I might never deliver a land from famine. And that's okay. Even if you don't, God uses our faithfulness to glorify himself, and it's all part of a bigger plan. So friends, I just want to encourage you to take heart today, wherever you find yourself, whatever mundane tasks you have ahead of you today, however much you feel like you've been stripped of your meaning and your purpose in the midst of all of this, I want to remind you that you haven't. Our purpose is to glorify God, and the scriptures tell us that we can do that through everything that we do. So in all of those moments, remember, God is present with you. He is there to empower you, to strengthen you, to help you, to give you courage, to make you brave, to help you make godly decisions even when no one is watching, to help you make decisions that honor and glorify him. And so no matter what we do, we can do it with thanksgiving in our heart to a God who is holy and a God who is great. And we can do it knowing that our actions do make a difference, whether we believe that they do or not. So friends, I want to encourage you with that you matter to God, and that your actions matter to the kingdom, and that they matter to God. And so wrapping that up today, just hoping that you'll join me again tomorrow at 10 for another Facebook Live devotional. I just wanted to mention for you to keep an eye on the online gatherings page on our website, as well as our Facebook page, which you're on right now watching this more than likely. But just wanted to mention as well, give our Facebook page, Fort Saskatchewan Alliance Church, a like and a follow, and then you will be more likely to have everything that's coming up, everything that we post pop up in your news feed. And make sure that you share what's going on as well, because it's such a simple way to share with your friends and family who don't know Jesus, and to share with them the good news of the gospel, especially during this Easter season. And wanted to mention again, if you have questions about who Jesus is, what he means for you, about this God who came to earth and became flesh, lived among us a perfect and holy life, and then died on the cross and rose again, I'd love to be chatting with you. So you can head to our website and you can contact myself or Pastor Ken through our website, and we would love to be discussing that with you. So friends, my prayer for you today is that in every moment, no matter how small it feels, that you remember that it matters, and that you can be engaging in your day-to-day tasks to glorify God as you do it with love, as you do it with a heart full of thankfulness. So today, friends, go with God.